guys, it's Haley. Welcome back to my channel. And this video is going to be about how my husband found out that we were pregnant. So my husband is not very good with surprises, and since we were trying and we took Clomid, I thought that he was oblivious and didn't know that the weekend he had decided to travel for work, that would be the weekend I would need to test to find out if we were pregnant. I just thought he was oblivious and didn't know, and I told him, I'm not gonna wait to test until later because I just don't want to know yet. And I thought he fell for it, but he did not. I had just started a new job, so I was going into work every single day. I started my full-time job, and so getting to the lab was kind of difficult to get my beta numbers done, because I had to get them done exactly 72 hours, 42 hours later, or 48 hours, I don't remember. So getting to the lab was hard because I needed to get my beta number done 2 days later exactly, and I wanted to be very, almost to the T 2 days later to be able to make it as accurate as I can. So I had to get up and be at the lab at 6 a.m. to get my lab drawn and get to work by 8. So what I told my husband was that I needed to get my blood work done for my insulin resistant labs because I was on glucophage or metformin to help me get pregnant, and I wanted to see if that was helping. So I did actually have follow-up labs scheduled for the next week, but I told him, I'm gonna get them a week early, and I have to get up early because I need to have them fasting, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Thought he fell for it. My mom fell for it. My husband did not fall for it. So he's nosy, and he knows the password to my portal for my, health results and stuff. So he decided to get on there and see what I was doing to just make sure that I wasn't, getting my labs drawn for pregnancy. And he saw my betas, which he didn't know what they were, but he Googled them then and found out what they were and found out. So he did record a little message. If he still has it, or if I can find it, I will put it in here if he lets me. But he did record himself finding out and kind of talking about how he found out. And so when he got home, I had this thing set up to where I was going to put it somewhere. It was a onesie that said, "Surprise, you're going to be a dad," and a mug that said, I think it said "Best Dad Ever" or something like that. I'll insert a picture here. And then he was getting out of the shower, so I told him, "Can you give me a glass of water?" I was sitting on the couch. And he went to go get the glass, and it was going to be sitting in the cabinet. And he saw it, and he really, really tried hard to act like he was surprised. But he couldn't act like he was surprised. He had to tell me that he already knew. So then he showed me the video that hopefully is in this video if I can get it and convince him to let me put it in here.
So I have I'm bad with surprises, and Haley always gets super upset about this because I always ruin them. And sometimes I don't even mean to. Like today, so she told me she was going to get basically a sugar test for her meds she was taking for her to help her with her body with PCOS and getting pregnant, I guess. Not really sure. But so I was like, okay, she has this app on her iPad. I'm like, want to check it and make sure hey, her results are good and we don't have anything to worry about. She can keep going on. Well, so I signed on her app, and it didn't say a metformin test or a sugar test. It popped up and said beta HCG test, which that tells me that's a pregnancy test. So I'm like, should I look at the results? Should I not look at the results? I don't really know. But we've been trying for almost a year now. So my anxiousness kind of jumped over me, and I was like, I got to see what's going on now. So I then went, I was like, okay, I'm going to click it since it's on the app. I'm like, whatever. She's probably going to get mad. But I clicked it, and it said 37 M IUMO. I'm like, I have no idea what that means. It's red too, so I assume that's bad, right? And I'm like, huh. But I do know above 5 was typically, below 5, I think is normal. Above 25 is pregnancy, after I looked up and Googled it. So that meant she is pregnant. And I'm like, okay. But she told me to come home today. Like, she was acting a little different, a little weird. She's been going to bed really early too. I'm like, okay, all the symptoms are showing true, right? She's pregnant. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's the results and that she's going to share them. We're supposed to open them together. So I'm like, I'm screwed. I accidentally just opened the results when I shouldn't have. And I'm like, oh boy, what did I just do? What am I getting myself into? I'm like, nah, maybe she's not pregnant. Maybe that was just an issue or a fluke, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the leaders is wrong. The conversion between what they say above 25, like on a pregnancy test, is not. So then I continue using her iPad because, I mean, we leave it out and mine's always dead. Hers is always charged. So typically, I mean, I will use her iPad quite a bit. And I happened to see she had photos of positive pregnancy test all on this thing. And so it looks like we are pregnant. I'm so excited. Shadow, you ready to be a big brother? Huh? Huh, buddy? Huh? You ready to be a big brother? I can't wait. I am like beyond excited. But now I called and asked her. So after all that went down, I was like, okay, so I'm going to play this game. She's been telling me she's been cramping, so I figured she was going to be on her period here soon. And I was like, so, hon, did you start your period yet? And she's like, yeah, I started at lunch. Oh, really? Yeah. I was like, did you have to go home and change clothes? Because, I mean, if you started it early in the morning and you didn't find out till lunch, I mean, sounds like it might be an issue. And she's like, no, it was just a little spotting. I'm like, well, you sure it wasn't like implantation, like pregnancy? And she's like, no, Justin, it's not. It increased later on. I'm like, oh, okay. So I kept playing the game of like, hey, go get some beer and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, no. And she's been acting really weird. So we shall see when she comes home on how she plans on unveiling this. And I am debating on whether or not I even say anything that I knew beforehand, because I feel like I always ruin the surprise, and unwillingly and not meaning to, this time I did it again. Oops. But hey, on the bright side, we're all excited here, right? We're ready to welcome a little one into the family, right, Bubbers? Yeah. Right. Say, you ready for a little brother or sister, right? So we'll see. When she comes home, here goes nothing. See you later. Bye.
But that video is a video that I saw, and I was so mad. I was like, I waited the whole entire weekend to hold this secret in to be able to tell him, because he left like I think on a Thursday or Friday and didn't come back until the following like Wednesday or Thursday. So I held it in for almost a whole entire week that I was pregnant. Couldn't tell a soul because I had to tell him first, even though I kind of told my friend first, but that's another story for another day. So I wanted to keep it a secret until then, and then he blew it. So that's how my husband found out that we were expecting by himself in a hotel room. Thanks guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in a comment down below. Subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.